up, everybody? Welcome back to Squeeze the Juice. Another week, another episode. We put so much time of content out in the past 2 weeks.
Almost 4 hours in total. That's crazy.
I was like, man, this is insane. How many people are going to watch this next one? Another one? It's doing pretty good still.
Yeah.
So it's good to see. I mean, I'm happy with it.
And the draft was a great time. Tons of content, obviously, but tons of fun, too. We loved having Tyler on, a.k.a. Fueled by Motown. He was a tremendous guest. His insight, his knowledge, his wisdom, everything, all in between, was very much appreciated. He brought some energy, brought some sizzle, and we cannot thank him enough for his time and his effort. He did a great job coming on the pod. But, you know, we are sports betting. We haven't talked about sports betting in a minute.
I know.
Which is crazy, right?
I know. Well, we weren't feeling the NBA. We've had 2 weeks of the draft. So, I mean, what's the last thing we really talked about? The Masters? Was that the last big thing we talked about?
Masters was the last big thing. We briefed the NBA Finals, or the NBA playoffs, with our finals picks. You were on the Bucks. Unfortunately, they lost to the Heat first round.
And they fire their coach.
Yeah.
Mixed emotions.
We'll get into that in a second. I have the Suns still alive, but barely breathing as they are down 2-0 to the Nuggets. Did give you guys plus winners with the Knicks first round winners against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then plus odds again with the Lakers over the Grizzlies. So gave you something there to think about. But no, you're right. Mike Budenholzer gone. The Bucks 4-1 loss to the Heat. Kind of a weird spiral in Milwaukee because this is a team that 2 years ago won the NBA Finals. They won the championship. Giannis is paraded as the next big thing in the NBA, right? He's going to be the face for however many years, and you would expect that the coach that won the finals would be there kind of with him. Now, I'm questioning what direction they're going in because you lose to the Heat in the first round. You fire your coach. It feels like they just hit the panic button for no reason. I don't know.
I mean, that was an unfortunate circumstance, but you still finished top of the East at the end of the season. Like, Giannis said everything so perfectly in his press conference. How it's like the season wasn't a failure. Sometimes you just aren't, in a sense, better than the next guy that day or that season or whatever.
And the Heat are really good.
Yeah.
Like, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, that team is it's an interesting group because they have, like, the most unsigned or undrafted players in the league on that team, but they also have two studs in Butler and Adebayo, and then they got an NBA champion in Kyle Lowry. Hate to admit that, but whatever.
Shout out Kawhi.
But it's crazy because, like, you have one bad series, you have one, bad tale of games, and you lose, right? You're out of the playoffs. To me, it doesn't signal, panic button. It's kind of weird how now all of a sudden you question Giannis' future with Milwaukee. I mean, that's kind of what it signaled to me. Firing Budenholzer, that to me at least signals maybe things aren't all right in Milwaukee right now. Maybe Giannis reconsiders his future with that organization. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but it feels like that it could be headed that way. And he's been on the record saying, like, I would love to finish my career in Milwaukee, but Jordan didn't finish his career in Chicago. I'm pretty sure he said that, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to misquote him, but I'm pretty sure he said something along those lines.
Yeah, you don't know what to expect. I was looking at, I don't know if someone sent the picture, or I just saw it somewhere, it referenced, like, since 2019, four of the, either 3 of the 4, I think it's like 3 of the 4 championship head coaches have been fired since 2019.
Yeah, no.
And Steve Kerr's the only one that's still there. It's like,
well, you have Vogel in LA. You have,
and that was just kind of like a drop. You're here just to let LeBron do his thing.
Right.
Like, you're just a face.
Right. Obviously, Budenholzer, and then Nick Nurse, yeah, which is just nuts because, that roster, it's not great. It's young. Spicy P, Pascal Siakam, and Freddie VanVleet, both the two good ball players, but you got Scotty Barnes as well. But other than that, it's not like it's the best roster ever assembled. So
it's decent young talent,
right? And they made the play-in tournament. Like I think Nick Nurse is a really good coach. I didn't really get that fire either. Ime Udoka, he's coaching the Rockets now. Former Boston Celtics head coach, got into the finals last year. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
They didn't get what's his name before. They just fired.
Steven Silas?
Yeah, he didn't have a shot. Like he was not given a chance. That man was handed a sinking ship.
He was there for a minute though, which is the weird thing.
I know.
He was there for a few seasons,
and
then it's just like, wait a minute, he's been there how long? It feels like he just got there because that's the amount of impact he's had. Like I didn't realize how much time had gone by. I think he was there for 4 seasons, and it was like, wait a minute, he's been there for 4 seasons, and they're this. It was like, what is going on?
I mean, if you really look at it, though, it's like, I mean, he was handed the team as they were beginning the season working to dump Harden.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, so he was kind of, I don't know, but he has like, there's a young athletic talent, but like, they don't mesh well together. There's a lot of like there's like ego players on that team.
That's true, and there's already rumors that they might be trading Dale Green, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's like an overall big. I mean, I guess if you can get something back for him, but it's like he can just get you random buckets. I don't think he's all that.
If they're trying to compete, then I get it. But
I mean, you got
they got a good young core.
You got Porter,
Jabari Smith.
Yeah, I mean, there's upside, but yeah, you probably need a little more because the depth isn't there enough. I know they have some guys that may be known, but
we'll see what Udoka can do with that squad. It's concerning right now, to say the least, because unlike our hometown Pistons, the Rockets had that core for the entire season and finished with 2 more wins than the Pistons did. Pistons obviously did not have Cade Cunningham for almost the entirety of the year. He missed 70 games.
And you have Ivy and Duran, who played really well, but they're still rookies,
Right. So, I mean, I think if Cade's there, they're probably, I'm not going to say a play-in team, but I think they're probably in the mix with, Orlando in that, late, I guess, mid to high 20s in terms of wins, 29, 30 wins. I want to say the Pistons are with Cade. Maybe even more. Maybe I'm underselling them. But
and then Bogdanovich came over in the trade. We don't know what Cade and Wiseman would look like together.
Right. So many unknowns with the Pistons. And what amazes me is there hasn't been a ton of juice regarding their head coaching hire. It's been very dry, it feels like. I mean, really, we've only heard of, the 2 big names have been Charles Lee and Kevin Ollie. And for those who don't know, Charles Lee, assistant with Coach Budenholzer in Milwaukee, and then Kevin Ollie, former national champion. We've talked about him in the pod with the UConn Huskies. I didn't call it a fluky run, but I called it maybe
a magical one.
A magical one.
Hit right.
Right. Everything just kind of worked out in their favor. They were a 7 seed, and they just found a way through Shabazz Napier and his free throw shooting. He's an overtime elite coach or executive there, and he's allegedly the front runner, according to a report by James Edwards III of The Athletic. He is the man. He is leading the charge for the head coaching position of the Detroit Pistons, and it just feels weird there's not been more juice regarding that position, because I do feel like the Pistons have one of the better young cores in the NBA. I think they're right there with the Oklahoma City Thunder. At least, maybe it's a little jaded, maybe it's a little biased, but Cade, Ivy, Duran, I feel like that's close to, Shea, Giddey, and Chet, at least in some respects, and the Pistons are adding another top 5 pick this year. So, depending on who they get, I think it could be right there with Oklahoma City.
I mean, you think about it, it's like, how much would the coaching interest increase if somehow we landed Wembanyama?
That's the thing.
When do they sign the coach? Before the draft? After the draft?
It feels like the head coaching hire will happen before the lottery. And the lottery is May 16th. Sneak peek, we're going to have a live episode for that. Live reaction. It'll be fun. It'll be quick, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be bang, bang, but it should be absolutely exciting. But, no, it's an interesting question. When will the decision be made? I expect it to be before the lottery, just because I feel like it's It almost has to be. But you're right, man. Like, what if they just waited it out? Like, I don't know.
See who comes out of the woodwork? What they think about Budenholzer? Will what's his name be considered as a possible replacement for Budenholzer for the Bucks?
Charles Lee?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of unknowns.
Right. I mean, if, let's say, on May 16th, the lottery balls spin the Pistons way and they get one. And they still made their hire yet. Is that not the most tantalizing job in the NBA? Like, that's open? It has to be, right? I mean, I guess having the opportunity to coach Giannis might be a little bit more
established team.
right, but
Wow,
having
good.
the opportunity to build with the team, grow with the team, having Wembanyama, that'd be insane. Like, I feel like that would definitely spark the head coaching search. But from what we got so far, it's literally mainly Kevin Ali and Charles Lee, and it's kind of weird, like how it's just those two.
I don't know what to think. Because I don't think any of the coaches that are potentially right now in the running are gonna make this a championship team. I don't.
Well, this is what I tweeted out earlier today at my Twitter account at EvanEwald8 regarding the Pistons and Kevin Ali. Concerns about his resume aside, what does this organization have to lose? We haven't been anywhere since 2007. Get off your ivory towers and give Ali a chance. This team and culture needs a new voice. Let him prove he is that. That's what I said via my Twitter account, and that's how I feel. We haven't had anything here in terms of basketball since 2007, 2008. Like, I really don't think we should be the ones getting all worked up about who our head coach is. Like, let's just try to find a guy who can get it done. And if that's Kevin Ali, who's going to be mad about that? Like, if he gets results, who's going to be mad? Like, give him a chance. We've had the likes of Lawrence Frank and John Kuster. Come on.
It's done.
It's Mo Cheeks. I mean, all these names.
Casey.
Stan Van
Big
Gundy.
Gundy. Oh gosh.
Like,
that was a Blake Griffin era though.
Still, we have all these names coming in. You want to complain about Kevin Ali? Maybe Kevin Ali's got it. Maybe he's got that it factor. Maybe he's got what none of those other coaches have had. So it's just, for me, like, I get there's concern about maybe a lack of coaching experience at the next level. But if he's the right guy, if he's got the right mind, why not? Why not give him a shot?
I don't have anything against it. I just don't know what to expect. Because the Pistons are just, they're so, like, there's, like, the talent there, but it's like, they don't know where to go with it. You know, it's like they're just there to play ball. There's no, like, goal. Is that what you're trying to say? Is, like, you think Ali's the culture changer. He has the culture changer mentality.
I think he could. I mean, the past coaching hires we've had were Stan Van and Dwayne Casey. Proven head coaches, guys that had a track record. And what did that get? What did that get us? It got us a sweep at the hands of the Bucks with Blake Griffin.
That's pretty much it.
That's all we got. That's all we got to show for it. So, if two proven coaches with experience going to get it done, should we expect a third to get it done? Or maybe we want to get the guy who is kind of outside the box, fresh, might bring something new, unconventional. Maybe he'll spark the franchise. You know, there's another unconventional guy in this city that's coaching a team. His name is Dan Campbell, right? Totally unconventional, out of the box hire. No one really knew what he was or what he was going to bring. But then he has an opening press conference, right? And then you kind of get a sense of who he is. And you've seen the results pay off. Now, he hasn't been perfect. He's made some coaching mistakes. He's kind of learned on the job. But in year 3 now, we expect the Lions and under Dan Campbell to be a legitimate NFC contender. And that's not hyperbolic. That is facts. And I'm not expecting the Pistons to be that, but what if Kevin Ali brings that same kind of Dan Campbell energy? Maybe in a different way, maybe not as macho man, but maybe in that wisdom and from that leader, teacher standpoint where he's showing the young guys how to win. It's a really young team. I mean, Jalen Dern just turned 19 a few months ago. Like, it's insanely young. But if the city's going to get behind Dan Campbell, who was completely unconventional as a head coaching hire, then I feel like the same patience should be given to Kevin Ali. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it, because everyone's up in arms today. It's been a big topic.
Even though you said it was dry.
Well, just the search has been dry. Not a ton of names, but like I feel like everyone's like, no Kevin Ali. I'm like, maybe he'll work.
There's and no one sees. There's nobody that people will like. There's just like no one that intrigues you, because there's not like that name that's just like yes, but that's because they have the jobs.
Right. You gotta find guys. Like, Troy Weaver's got to find the guy. If it's Kevin Ali, it's Kevin Ali. I don't know what to tell you. Like
it wasn't Emi Udoka.
No. I mean, I don't know, man. Someone commented at me, because I prefer Mike Budenholzer. Back up the truck and pay a proven commodity.
We already paid a proven commodity twice.
Dwayne Casey won Head Coach of the Year. I mean, what do you want from me? Stan Van went to the finals with the Magic.
Is Budenholzer even that good, or is Giannis carrying with the crew?
That's the thing. Like,
how do you determine how good a coach actually is?
Is it the right coach for your team? Does the coach even want to coach your team? Like, you got to ask yourself a ton of questions.
He's just there for the money,
right? And it's like, okay, go ahead and hire your third, ex-NBA coach. Sometimes you got to shake up the box, do something fresh, something exciting. Could it be Kevin Ali?
Call Jay Wright.
That'd be sick.
He wouldn't. The only way he'd ever come out of retirement to coach in the NBA is if the Sixers really wanted him that bad.
That's true. He's making too much money in TV.
I know, it's crazy. He got his ship. He's chilling. He ain't worried. He's a Villanova legend. Absolute icon.
But other than that, I mean, what do we got for NBA playoffs? We got Nuggets, Suns. They're still ongoing here. They're going to play tonight.
Sixers, Celtics
tonight. Celtics. Knicks, Heat, and then Lakers, Warriors. Who do you like out of the East and the West as it stands today?
If I could see if it's what I wanted, West, I'd like to see Lakers, Suns. Right now, it seems that it's going to be Nuggets, any of the Warriors or Lakers. I'm still leaning Lakers. I know people are like, oh yeah, they just went off out of nowhere. But if you watch Game 1 versus the Warriors, if the Lakers are playing them right, it doesn't matter if Steph is kind of shooting everything. They can still win that game. So I think the increased defensive advantage that the Lakers had gave themselves after the trade deadline was a key to right now in this run. In the East, I don't even know what to expect out of the East. I mean, I feel like I'm trying to think. I don't want to see the Heat. I'm sorry. I don't dislike Jimmy Butler. I love Bam. I'm a big Bam fan. But I don't want to see the Heat. I mean, I feel like the fun of seeing the Knicks in the finals or like in the Eastern Conference Finals would just be hilarious to watch people go nuts, because then they get smacked probably by Boston. But you know what? I think I'd like to see that. Boston versus New York in the Eastern Conference Finals.
All right.
And then Boston just smacks it up, and then all the people from Boston are going, just cooking everybody in New York. That was just so funny. I don't know, but I love Jalen Brunson. He's playing so well. Great to see him. You look at past off seasons, right? Can we get LeBron here? Can we get Russ? Can we get Kyrie? Can we get KD? All of them said, no, we're not coming to New York. A guy who's born and raised in New York, drafted by Dallas, starts playing well, automatically is like, I'm going home. I'm gonna do this, and he has, and that's great to see. I think New York finally needed someone. Maybe not someone that's literally like the absolute generational talent, but someone who is really top level, and, an all-pro, and just knows how to get the job done.
he's been phenomenal in New York, and I love his impact. I think he's been sensational, really. And the main thing that I love about Jalen Brunson is he's not the most athletic, he's not the strongest, but what he is he's great at leading an offense, at leading a team, and he does so in his own way, and I appreciate that about him. For me, I do think the Heat can get it done, though. I think the Heat can get out of the East and win it all.
I think they could too.
I think they could, but what is more likely to happen, especially with the Jimmy Butler injury, it feels like it might be opening up for Boston, which I hate to admit, but the Celtics might just have it again in the East. I would love to see Boston, Miami. Like, I think that'd be an awesome series. But you're right, MSG, Eastern Conference Finals, that'd be unreal too. I'm gonna take Miami to make it out of the East because once you beat the Bucks, and the way that Jimmy was playing, if he's healthy, if he's right, yeah, I mean, if you can beat the Bucks, you can beat anyone. I don't want to hear it. So Miami for me, and then out of the West, if it's not the Suns, because the Suns are down 2-0 to the Nuggets, I think it's the Warriors. And while I think the Lakers-Warriors go to 7, I do. I think that goes to 7.
That would be the most insane Game 7.
I feel like the Warriors, they just find ways to win the postseason, right? I mean, I know LeBron's kind of been the thorn in the Warriors dynasty's side. He's been the only one to beat him. But, and I guess Kawhi, but
Shout out Jordan Poole.
That was, Clay injured, KD injured. That Raptors team just got fortunate with how many injuries they were.
The Kevin Ollie run. That's what I'd say.
That was a Kevin Ollie run. But no, I think if it's not the Suns, it's going to be Warriors Heat. That's my prediction.
I'm rooting. If it's Warriors Heat, who do you think I'm rooting for?
Warriors. No, you just said you don't want the Heat.
I don't want the Heat, but if
you don't want the Warriors.
The Warriors are my least favorite team in the NBA.
That's fair.
If it comes down to the two least liked teams by me that are left in both conferences, I'm taking the Heat.
I would love to see stuff that fine.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem at that point with Jimmy leading the squad.
Right.
Them getting that. Like, there's no one on that team where I'm like, I do not like you. I mean, Tyler Hero has his days where he's a little like, what are you doing? But there's nobody I dislike on it.
I'd be happy if either team won. If it was
the Warriors win, it's literally like when LeBron was on television 65 trillion hours every day.
Right.
Just Warriors.
Oh, it's so bad.
Then they're going to be like, oh, we're going to dump Draymond. Psych, we're paying him. We're going to pay $1 trillion over the tax.
Literally.
Who cares,
Literally.
Whatever, man.
All right, so you got... What do you got?
Technically,
Boston.
based on my statements, it technically would be a old school Lakers-Celtics matchup.
Boston Lakers. I got Heat Warriors. Unless the Suns beat the Nuggets. They got to come back. They got to win 4 out of the next 6 here. It's not going to be easy. Or, no, that math is way off. But
not having Chris Paul is clearly the downfall of every team that he's been on. Like, that's the downfall.
Right.
Not saying he's that vital, but something about him being injured just collapses the team.
Right.
Even if it's a game. Like, whatever. I don't know. They can't beat the Warriors or the Lakers or the Nuggets without him.
I agree.
They all need to be healthy, otherwise it's over.
No, I agree. 1,000%. But other than that, not much to talk about. But we do have the Kentucky Derby. And we don't know much about horse racing. Obviously.
Nay.
Love that. but let me give you some names. See if you want to, have a little fun with it. Some winners here. So the leader in the clubhouse, the favorite, is Forte. He is 4-1.
Oh, Matt Forte, big fan.
And following behind him is Tappet Trice at 5-1. Angel of Empire 6-1. 2 Phils. That's the only filly in the Kentucky Derby, which is a female horse for those who are not aware.
Oh wow.
I don't know much about horse racing, but I do know a filly is a female horse. So she is 8-1. Then you have Derma Sotogake, a Japanese horse. I don't know.
Japanese horse.
I hope I pronounced that correctly, but yeah, it's a Japanese horse. 8-1. Kings Barnes 12-1. Reincarnate 16-1. Verify 19-1. Confidence Game, that's a sick name, 20-1. Mage 20-1. Disarm 27-1. Mandarin Hero, another Japanese horse, or maybe just a Japanese a breeder, 27-1. Hit Show 34-1. Rocket Can 36-1.
Show.
How about this name? Sun Thunder 38-1. Raise Cane 38-1. Jace's Road 40-1. Cyclone Mischief. That is a crazy name. 40-1.
Raising Canes.
And then the long shot, King Russell 41-1. So out of all those names, what do you like the most? I mean, there's some fun names.
I don't know. I like the what was it, Angel Kingdom or whatever his name was at the beginning. I like that one.
Angel of Empire.
Angel of Empires. I like that one. What was one of the last four you said?
Was that Sun Thunder or Cyclone Mischief?
I like Sun Thunder. Give me that
Cyclone
Sun
Mischief
Thunder.
is a crazy name.
I like Sun Thunder, and I like the Angel.
Angel of Empire. All right,
Yeah.
so you'll take Angel of Empire and Sun Thunder. I'm gonna take Cyclone Mischief and give me the Phillies, 2 Phils.
Ooh.
I'll take the 8-1 and the 40-1. Justin will take the 38-1 in Sun Thunder and the 6-1 Angel of Empire. The Kentucky Derby's awesome. Like everyone watches it because like 2 minutes. Like it's just fun to watch. It's
It's about being there, and then they're like, oh, there's the race.
right.
It's
You're
about
there.
being all fancy, just
yeah.
enjoying the day.
All
Oh.
these rich people throw like thousands of dollars on a horse to win it, and then
I
the
do
horse
say,
loses.
sir.
Have some mint juleps, and then you watch 2 minutes of horses racing. There's races all day, but like the main race, this one obviously, like yeah. So it's gonna be fun to watch. I always love watching the Derby because it's like this and it's over. So it'll be fun to watch. I'm excited for it.
Cyclone next to Thunder. Son of Thunder. It's Cyclone.
What if Cyclone Mischief does it? That'd be unreal. Rich Strike won it last year, I believe. That horse was 34-1 or something like that. That was a long shot, the longest one to win. So Cyclone Mischief and Sun Thunder are going to have to up Rich Strike. We want to see it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Kentucky Derby, that's Saturday, May 6th. NBA playoffs, it goes till the middle of summer. We have the NBA lottery next, well, not next week, but in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Gotta, we'll pick stuff up along the way, but a little bit of a slow season right now in terms of betting. But the Kentucky Derby, if you want to bet on it, throw out a name you like and throw a couple bucks on it. Why not? Have some fun. That's what it's all about. So nothing too crazy here from us at STJ this week in terms of betting, but enjoy your time, enjoy the Derby, enjoy the NBA playoffs.
Yeah. I don't got anything else to say.
And enjoy the NHL playoffs too. Don't want to forget about our hockey guys.
Let's go, baby. Oilers to the moon. Oilers to the moon.
I'm rocking with the Panthers.
Oh, gross. That's like my least favorite. Them and the Leafs, that series could just disappear from the game. I was only rooting for the Leafs because I needed Tampa out, and now I'm just like, both of them just can go. I'm still rooting for the Leafs over the Panthers, but then I'm like, just get out of here.
No, they got to go right away.
Whatever. All right, follow us on all the socials for STJ Sports Betting Pod. Subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up, like, comment. You know the deal. It was a short one for you. Short and sweet. That's how we like it. But we will see you next week on Squeeze the Juice.
Peace.